optibotimus coming to another video review. And thanks to the folks at toyarena.com, I am proud to bring you the latest from Fansproject. That being the TFX-04 Protector and TFX-05 Sidearm. Both of these sets are designed to upgrade Peekaboo. They're designed to upgrade your classics Hot Rodimus figure, or Hot Rod, or Rodimus Prime, whatever you want to call them. This dude. And it's also a nice way to utilize this set, if you got it. By having two figures, you're now going to be able to have a Hot Rod and a Rodimus Prime. Starting off first with the TFX-04 Protector box. You see Parallax right down here. 2010. Flip it around here on the back, just absolutely beautiful. Prepare for the new adventures across the vast, countless universes to battle an elusive enemy with unbelievable allies. Are you ready to befriend familiar-looking foes? Will you confront friends who are now far-fetched in their nature? Welcome to Parallax. Ooh, sounds ominous. Oh, warning. This is not a toy. This is for 16 years or older. So yeah, that's it. It's kind of heavy. And then this guy right here, I really love this packaging. You can see right up on there where it says Sidearm. Really nice. There you can see it. Again, warning, choking hazard. Warning, 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 Parallax. Flip around here on the back. Nothing spectacular with this. I just really like the red chrome. I think it's cool. I love the way this looks. Nothing overly spectacular with the packaging. It's all the stuff that's inside that counts. So let's get inside it and see how cool this is. Okay guys, so here we have the Fansproject Protector open up and out of its packaging. And I really gotta say that time and time again, release after release after release, Fansproject continuously sets the bar for third-party products. They are, in my opinion, the definitive source for upgrading your Transformer figures. And the Protector is no exception to that. Now the debate rages on about whether or not this add-on is actually worth the money. With the impending release of the MP09 Rodimus Prime figure, a lot of people are cutting this out of their budget and saving the money for the MP09. While I can see and understand that, I still think that this is a terrific set that needs to be added to your collection. Whether or not you're a fan of the Fansproject stuff, this finally gives us a nice upgrade to make our classics Hot Rod Rodimus Prime. In terms of the look, this thing is gorgeous looking. Very nice angular detail all the way through here. I mean, you get some nice molded in flame looks. Just an overall fantastic looking set. I love the fact that they use translucent bits here for the rear lights. I think that's awesome. It's just a fantastic looking piece. And really, in my opinion, improves upon what they did with the City Commander. This set, when I'm trying to put it on, does not scare me as much as it initially did with the City Commander set. Now, for review purposes, I do have two Hot Rod figures that I'm going to show this off with. The original Classics Hot Rod, and the 3-pack Challenge at Cybertron Hot Rod figure. I got this guy because I basically wanted to have a Rodimus Prime and a Hot Rod. But right off the bat, as you can probably tell, the color scheme is much more designed to go with the classic Hot Rod than any other versions. Now I have some friends that actually do have the Henkei version of this, and they say that the paint on here is too dark to match with this. So really, this is going to be your best bet if you're a real stickler for making the paint match. The only real major differences that I see are in vehicle mode. Once you have it in robot mode, this guy doesn't look too bad with the armor on. But in vehicle mode, you can see he's got a much more bright red color as opposed to this little bit darker of a maroon kind. Well, not even maroon. I don't even know what color that would be. Now, first, when you open them up, get them out of the package, you're going to notice that you got the TF Parallax Reflections Instruction Manual. Flip it through and you got a nice comic book that we're familiar with getting from Fansproject. And then in the final section, the instructions. One minor nitpick is these are really small, so it's sometimes hard to see, and because they've completely blacked out, well, there's a little bit of color in there, but they've really blacked out the original figure. Obviously for copyright issues and things of that nature. But sometimes it's hard to see, like for example right here, and then like right here, it says view from the bottom, but I can't figure it out because it's so hard to see. It's tough to see what they're actually pointing out. So I might be missing a step with something when you're trying to convert it into tank mode. Just kind of annoying. Flip it around here on the back some more. And here's this picture. I don't know if this is coming across very well at all. It probably isn't. Very shaded in. It says 20,000 BC. And I don't even know if that's going to show up well. I'll try taking some pictures and I'll post them on toynova.com. But that's really kind of tough to see. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. But a possible new figure that we're getting. Then you flip around in the back, and I think this is kind of interesting. It's a mirror effect. That's kind of cool. Reminds me of X-Men, though. It comes with this top section right here that you plug in, and that this just pops off and removes. But same thing with this. All these pieces have to be kind of assembled. This doesn't really do much of anything. This just kind of stays here the whole time. These will actually go onto his back pieces. They extend on a spoiler. But in vehicle mode, they store, and they just slide in here. And you see two little tabs and two little holes on the bottom here that you just fit in there, and they peg, and you have a completed looking trailer. Now to attach the hot rod figure to the protector armor, it's actually really very simple. Now first, if you haven't already, you need to remove the weapon from the hot rod figure. Once you have it like this, you need to then slide the wheels out to this position. Set him off to the side, then come around here to the side of the protector armor, open up the side panels on both sides. And then this is actually where I have one of my problems with this set. When you put it in here, you just kind of slide it in, and this is how you basically have it. And if you notice, it actually raises the back section of the hot rod figure up off of the ground. You come around here, and then you just kind of fold this around, and I'll show off that section in a little bit. Just kind of close that around. Do that on the other side as well. Get the wheels out of the way, and that just kind of sort of snugly pegs in. And here you have the protector armor on the hot rod figure itself, making him look a whole lot more like Rodimus Prime. But because of the way it attaches, like I said, the middle set of wheels here don't really roll on the ground. As you can see, the back wheel and the front wheel roll, but the middle ones don't. And even flip it around on the side, it doesn't really do anything. I'm going to see if I can show this off. No, because it actually lifts it. But you can see that it actually raises the rear end of the hot rod car. And that's rather unfortunate. The other problem that I have is it doesn't really securely fasten the hot rod car to the protector armor. As you can see, when you lift it, this is loose. I mean, all it's really being held on there by are these side panels holding onto the rear spoiler. So this section here, it's just flimsy to me. Now, a lot of people aren't going to be leaving their protector armor displayed like this, but that's one little minor nitpick, and it's really kind of the only real big problem that I have with it. You can see that the color is very nicely matched with this version of the protector armor and this version of the hot rod figure. And here's the protector on the new Challenge at Cybertron 3-pack hot rod figure. And a lot of people picked this figure up so that they could get this because this was a much cheaper alternative than the original classic release. But you can see that the same problem still exists, although this actually secures a little bit better. I don't entirely know why that's the case, but that's a little bit better if it's secure, but the wheels still in the center don't roll. So that's rather unfortunate. Another nice little feature about the protector armor is that it actually has a place for the original weapon to store. You see the little holes here, all you have to do is just tab it right inside, just like so. And now he's got the flame thing coming out of his butt here. Of course, you can still peg this in. And you got the flame shooting out of his back end. Now the trailer actually does come with two alternate modes. Obviously the trailer mode, but it also comes with a tank mode and a Battlestation mode. For the tank mode, all you have to do, remove the gun if you haven't already, snap these little bits out and remove these, set these off to the side, you'll use these later on. Come around here to the back, it's kind of splitting here, lift this section up like so, and fold the side panels out. Come around here to the top, and then you want to remove this bit right up in here, kind of push from the bottom, I suppose, to get this out. That'll pop off. Kind of remove this, and you can set this off to the side. You'll use this later on. These little sections, you kind of have to remove these, and kind of open this up, and get these, and these will just pull out. Kind of pull on this angle here to get them to snap off, and again, you'll set these off to the side. Focusing here on the back section, you want to come around here, get this out of the way, and again, pull these off, kind of pulling like this, and then you can slide these out. And these will become the legs for the protector that we'll use later on. Then come around to the bottom, take this little guy, he'll rotate out like so. Peg that down, flip this around, then you just angle this back like so. Flip this little doodad up, pull these out. Now, normally what you're supposed to do is remove this section. It was plugged in here, and it tells you to pull it out slowly, but for some reason mine was already pulled out when I got it and I opened it up. But you want to slowly pull this out, set that off to the side, kind of fold these back. This will rotate, fold that up, put that back, put that back. This rotates around like so. And here's basically his tank mode. Sure, it's kind of a half-ass attempt of just kind of making another mode, I suppose. I'm not too impressed with it. In my opinion, the Battlestation mode is actually the best part. So to do that, you want to go ahead and take this, fold this section down, come around here to the bottom, and you need to take this section. This is actually kind of tough, but extend it down. Come around here, and here's the little roller type of guy. Just unpeg that, set that off to the back, fold that all the way up. That'll kind of lock into place. Come around here to this section, kind of get this out of the way, and then you can see inside here are little black pieces that will fold out. Kind of move these out of the way just to get them. Then it actually recommends that you use something like this, which is kind of annoying, but you can kind of get in there. And I do have a fingernail, but it's kind of hard to get it out, so just pull that out on both sides. And here you have the Battlestation mode, which actually isn't too bad. I do kind of like the way this looks. It also unveils the carrier. Now the carrier, you can actually take that same screwdriver, plop this around, flip that around, and the flame from the figure can actually peg into there. So you have a nice little flame effect. You can actually carry various weapons as well. You can fold that bit out right there, and that can plug into there. So now he's kind of like a little mobile weapon. Not too bad. It also has another hole that is a little bit smaller, so it can fit different size, I think 4mm weapons. So 4mm pegs can fit in there. But that's nice. And I really like the way this guy looks. Very nice. Nice clear translucent window. Got a bunch of wheels on here. All of them actually roll, and they're all independent. You can see that's actually really cool. I really like the way this guy looks. Very nice. Now once you get through all that, the only thing that's really left to do is take all these leftover pieces that you have and put them onto your hot rod figure. And this part here is where I say that Fansproject has really stepped up their game from the City Commander days. They really made these pieces attach so much more secure and with less of a scare factor than the City Commander itself. Now to get everything going, basically I'm going to start off with the legs themselves. You have this piece right here that all you need to do is fold this out and then rotate this around, and that'll snap together. Fold this up, fold that up, and then fold that up. And here you have one of the legs for the protector. Do the same on the other leg. Again, just fold that down, kind of accordion this in, clip that together, rotate that all the way down, and fold that up. And now you have both of his legs. To attach them, all you really need to do, come around here and rotate the feet back as if you're going to be transforming them back into his car mode. So you have it just like so. Come around here to the leg. Now you see that there's some little slots right inside here that peg into the holes and the grooves around here. It's really nice and easy and very simple. And that's it. You just push it in there. And it's so much easier than the City Commander, and it's very secure. That's not coming off until you actually really want to take it off. But there you have the legs of the protector on the hot rod figure. Next are these pieces that you remember taking off that will actually form his arms. All you have to do with this is come around here, fold this little top section out, and accordion the arms down and around like so. Take this little bit right here, and then you rotate this around. And here you have one of his arms ready to go. The other arm's the exact same, just rotate that out, extend this section, rotate that around, and here you have his other arm. To attach those, you come around here to these arms, tuck these hands away, bend it at the elbow, and rotate at the shoulder so that it's positioned like this. Do it on both sides, and these actually attach really nice and secure. There's a little tiny hook right on here that hopefully you can see this. There's a little small groove on the inside here that you're going to hook that onto. Starting at the back end, just kind of slide it forward and then push over the wheel. And that's it. Do it on the other side as well. Get the little hook section to kind of slide right inside there, and then push over the wheel. And here you have his arms. Nicely done. And even like this, the figure looks pretty good. It doesn't look too bad. Kind of get these positioned down just a little bit more, get them out of the way. Then you want to take his chest piece, fold this section down, just like so. And then this is going to hook onto the bottom part of his cod piece here, and then come up here, and if you can kind of see this, there are little tiny indentations right up inside here that this is going to peg into. And when you do it, it's going to kind of do an automorph thing where the flames will pop out, which is really cool. I really like that. And that too is very nicely secured and fastened to his chest. Come around to the back, and that's where you have these little pieces that just slide down like so. Now, people have talked about the fact that the Henke one has the gold chrome, that sliding these down could actually scrape that. Because I don't have the Henke figure, I can't really comment on that, but I can't see it being too terribly bad because it's not that forceful of a sliding that's required to get him to go on the actual original wings. And finally is the face of the actual guy itself. A lot of people have actually kind of complained that they don't like the face on this. I don't think it looks all that bad, to be totally honest. It looks fairly good. You see some nice lines in the face that make him look like he's older. One thing that people have actually discovered is that the face very easily does slide out. Newly sculpted faces, but you get a nice look at the actual face itself right there. Now, people have complained that when you put it in, when you put the head on the actual figure, it creates a bit of a chin problem, because all you do is slide it on there. Now, I'm going to try and show this. It's not the easiest to show. From some angles, and you can kind of see it, the original figure's chin kind of hangs down there, giving him this Adam's apple look, which you can kind of see right inside there. Now, what people have actually done, and I've actually done it as well, is take the face and slide it down just a little bit. So it's kind of like this. It sits down a little bit lower. Then you plug it on there, and it actually helps to cover that and line it up a little bit better. Now, it's on an angle, so it's not going to show quite as well. But it kind of helps hide that Adam's apple bit just a little bit more. So it's not too bad. As you can see, it adds a considerable amount of size and bulk to the hot rod figure itself. I absolutely love this guy. Now, in terms of his articulation, it boasts that it adds some extra articulation, but I don't know. So you get the head going left and right. Maybe they count this, that you can kind of tilt the head, I suppose, as a level of articulation. I don't know. But the shoulders here are on this little ball joint courtesy of the original figure, so you get a good range of motion and a little bit of pivot on the inside of the arm itself. He bends at 2 points kind of at the elbow. Well, not even really. You got the elbow joint and then another lower forearm joint, I suppose. Rotates at the wrist, so that's fairly nice. Everybody likes wrist articulation. Doesn't do anything at the waist. Back and forth kind of at the leg, although it's like the original figure, it gets hampered by the back piece here. Bends at the knee, rotates still, and then you get a little bit of pivot in the foot, I suppose you could say. So it is still a very well articulated figure, and one thing that's really nice, unlike the City Commander, nothing on here really seems to hinder the movements of a lot of the original joints. Now, the Ultra Magnus figure, when you put the City Commander armor on them, suffer from those big giant arm panels, which really hurt the articulation in the arms. This figure doesn't really suffer from that. If anything, a lot of the stuff that's going on with the arms adds to its articulation and makes it a nicer figure. Now, also available separately is the Sidearm figure, which is an homage to the original Hot Rod's Target Master that he had later on in the toy run. An overall decent looking figure. It's only $10, so it's not too terribly bad, but getting in here nice and close, you can see a very nice painted and molded figure. It's actually I really like it. Very simple, and like I said, it's only $10, so it's not going to really set you back too terribly much. But because it is a Target Master, he transforms into a gun. To do so, just kind of fold this stuff up, bring this together, that'll kind of peg together, rotate this section down, revealing the handle, and then the little top parts of the legs peg into the bottom parts of the arms, kind of, sort of, and here's his gun. It's not spectacular, but it's also a nice nod, and it's a nice accessory piece that, like I said, $10. and you can have them hold it. Now you got a nicely armed protector. In addition to the sidearm figure with that $10, you also get gold chrome pieces to upgrade your Henkei hot rod figure and use it with this set, and have the gold bits for the wings and such. And the gold on here, the gold chrome, oh, I just touched it and I got a smear on it. The gold chrome on here is phenomenal looking. Oh, there I am. This is how you do gold chrome. And with that, you had the Fansproject protector fully assembled and kicking some serious third-party ass. One final nice little nod that Fansproject decided to include this. Fansproject included this nice little handshake mold that allows you to take your protector figure and connect it with your Classics Optimus Prime figure, and finally allows you to bury the hatchet of years and years of argument, frustration, and bitterness between Optimus Prime and Hot Rod. It allows them to shake hands and put the past where it belongs, behind them. Until next time, guys, this has been Optibotimus. I'll talk to you later.